Deborah Ashall is stabbed to death in her own bed. Evidence points to her husband Gilbert, who was having an affair with his student/babysitter/yoga instructor. But now, elegantly obtained photos from a private investigator reveal that Deborah was possibly engaged in an illicit relationship as well, with her 29-year-old pool boy, Bo Naylor.
The photos were a good jumping off point. But we didn't need them really, because we were headed that way anyway. Our suspicions were actually first aroused by the state of the pool.
Oh shit, what the hell was that?
And yet, Deborah had Bo on a 7-day-a-week contract.
So where was he when he should have been cleaning the pool? Well, he was busy cleaning another pool. With his penis. And it wasn't a pool, it was a vagina. And cleaning's the wrong word.
The photos weren't enough. They could be explained away. Maybe Bo was holding Deborah over the edge of the water so she could test the pH level. We needed something more concrete. And of course, bloody Freddie had gotten there first. I'm sorry, is it his career on the line or is it ours? Why is he the one making all the breaks?
I thought about asking Freddie if he had any job openings at his agency, but ultimately didn't. It just seemed like a lot of work and responsibility.
I cloned Deborah's phone. Don't ask me when, don't ask me how. She made sure to delete the text messages, but I got a guy who can undelete text messages. It's not strictly legal, so I can't tell you his name. But believe me, when Carl Armitage Langdon Jr. works his magic, he's oh, fuck me!
Scandalous secret text messages between Deborah and Bo leave little doubt as to the nature of their relationship.
Last night was amazing. When we had sex. My legs are still Shakira. Asterisk shaking.
Can't wait to see you tonight. And have sex again. I want to suck your titties. Num 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 num.
I want to suck your bills. Asterisk balls. Asterisk balls. I don't know why that's sent twice. Asterisk balls.
For our purposes, it may as well have been Shakespeare.
It's easy to understand how Deborah was unable to resist the magnetic allure of a man who, in contrast to his livelihood, requires no filter.
Now here was a likely suspect. Gilbert Ashall was a pillar of the community. This glorified leaf picker was more like a doorstop made out of matchsticks and blue tack.
What do you want me? You want me in the chair? Okay. You know, a lot of people say that I'm just too shallow, that I don't have any depth, that I'm wet behind the ears. Well, to those people, I say, why are you being so unpool?
Deborah probably wanted to end the affair. I'm not sure why exactly. He looked like the kind of lover you'd want to hold on to with both hands. But for whatever reason, she was threatening to end it and expose him as an adulterer, which would have put a huge drain on his pool cleaning business, assuming it's mostly the husband's doing the hiring.
Yeah, so, like, I'm doing an interview. Just meet me in the spa. Jeez. Nice. Anyway.
So now we have motive, means. Oh, that's embarrassing. Shit, I know it starts with an M.
Opportunity.
Yeah, just give me a chance, it'll come to me.
No, the third one is opportunity.
Right. Wait, that doesn't work?
What we didn't have was the fourth M, murder weapon. But some of that rubberized pool cleaning equipment is deceptively sharp.
The detectives interrupt Bo Naylor's intense work schedule to fish for a major scoop.
Looks like the pool wasn't the only thing you were servicing.
That's correct. I also did some lawn maintenance.
Drop the act, pool boy. We have the photos, we have the text messages. Doesn't matter how we got them or who gave them to us. We would have found them eventually on our own.
Pool boy? It's very offensive to me. Pool man, please. And I freely admit to the affair.
Then admit she was going to drop you like a bag of chlorine granules and that's why you killed her.
She would never leave me. She was very satisfied with me and my lovemaking.
Does make more sense.
I would never hurt her. I loved Miss Debbie. With great frequency and outstanding results. Not like her husband, the cheating bastard. I mean, what kind of spouse cheats on their spouse? Couldn't even stand to be in the same room as someone like that.
Bo, have you seen this note before?
No. Do you think someone saw us having sex? Because they definitely would have seen everything.
Never mind.
Bandy claims Gilbert didn't know about his wife's affair.
You didn't? Well, not until that night. She told me she was going to tell him after he got home from work. Don't believe me? Ask the neighbours. I clean the pools for the whole street. And when I'm not cleaning pools, I'm having sex with their wives. So I hear things. And I've heard. They've heard things.
So Bo points his slimy, calcium-encrusted finger back at Gilbert. Can't anyone let this man mourn in peace? We couldn't because we had to investigate.
Gilbert Ashall is given the opportunity to respond to the allegations of the man who frequently cuckolded him.
4 p.m, your wife goes into the house with Bo Naylor. 20 minutes later, neighbours report hearing loud screams coming from the main bedroom.
That must be when he killed her.
6 p.m, your wife, very much alive, comes outside to reassure the neighbours that what they heard was merely the result of multiple full-body orgasms. 6:30 p.m, you arrive home and your wife tells you about her affair. This leads to a heated argument, which was again overheard by several of the neighbours. According to their statement, she didn't just tell you about the affair, she said loudly and repeatedly that Mr. Naylor was a far better lover than you. This didn't upset you to hear?
Not at all.
In her own words, she said that Bo's lovemaking prowess makes you seem like a 2-year-old baby trying to unclog a sewage pipe with a wet noodle of macaroni. None of this got under your skin?
No, it didn't bother me in the slightest. Good for her. I hope she lives a long life experiencing extreme pleasure at the hands of that walking toilet brush. Oh wait, she can't. She's dead.
Couldn't get a single bad word out of him against the victim. He even forgot the victim was dead for a second there. Not something the killer is likely to forget. So that motive went out the window.
Look, I didn't want to have to do this, but since he became a teenager, my son has grown increasingly disturbed. Every day after work, it takes him hours to come home, and he refuses to tell me where he spends that time. I hate to say it, but if you're determined to investigate an Ashall for this unspeakable misdeed, I'd start with him.
This came right out of left field, but it felt right.
There was no way Gilbo killed Debs. This was clearly a crime of passion, and according to everyone, the passion had been completely missing from their relationship for the past decade.
Lane Ashall won't tell his father where he goes in his downtime? Well then, it's time for us to go down on Lane Ashall.
Detectives Hogman and Spoink decide to track Lane Ashall's car from his place of work. Muffin or nothing.
This little beauty represents the most state-of-the-art vehicle tracking equipment the Queensland government can afford.
Gonna be cuffing the Muffin Man.
The task of attaching the tracker fell to me, as the one with the deftest fingers.
Are you fucking serious?
I swear sometimes if her ass wasn't attached to her, I'd take it home with me because it's pretty nice.
These things are designed to take a licking and keep on functioning.
In less than 35 minutes, Detective Spoink manages to attach the tracker to Lane Ashel's car.
Jesus.
But then things hit a major speed bump.
My watch is caught.
What?
My watch band is caught on the tracker. I'm stuck.
Oh shit, he's coming out of the store.
What?
He's coming out of the store!
I didn't catch that. What did you say?
He said he's coming out of the store.
This was definitely a wrinkle in the covert side of the operation.
What are you doing underneath my car?
He asked me what I was doing down there. Now, there were a lot of responses I could have given.
I'm just making sure nobody's planted any tracking devices under it for you.
In the heat of the moment, inspiration can strike. He got very upset at that point.
No, wait, there's one. There might be another one at the other side. No.
Shit. What do I do?
He grabs me by the feet and starts trying to yank me out from under there. But my watch is still caught. I thought about telling him he was assaulting a police officer, but that would have given the game away. Eventually he gets fed up with that. He gets in the car to drive away. He thinks he's just going to drive over and away from me. But what he doesn't realise is I'm attached at the wrist. Well, he made himself look one heck of a fool.
Yes! Any time I go, I'm gonna run you over! Oh my ass!
It's a miracle she wasn't killed. Sorry, did I say miracle? I meant missed opportunity. But I wasn't too concerned. In 24 hours, I'd be terminating both of them. I'd just be using a form instead of a car.
The upside is we did manage to quite closely track the route of the car. Just a little more hands-on than we anticipated.
Which was fortunate because, as we later discovered, the tracking device was damaged and non-functioning.
Well, it did get dropped.
Lane Ashel eventually pulls up outside a mysterious church in the neighbouring suburb of Paris Side.
What the hell is he doing?
I can't feel my ass.
Edie, stay quiet. Is the ass just sore or is it damaged?
He puts on this black cloak, walks up to the front of the church, gets greeted by another youth, also in a black cloak, and they go inside. Is this typical teenage behaviour? I don't know, so I get out and do a little recon.
Edie, I'll come help you in a second, just sit tight.
What?
Oh my holy sainted nutsack.
What is it?
That's when I saw the marquee, and I took a snapshot with my phone. But I didn't realise the camera was set to the wrong camera, so I had to come back the next day and take a proper photo, but luckily, they hadn't changed it.
Hello, number one suspect, number 4.
Wait a second. Am I the only one who thinks it should be means, motive, moment? There's your 3 M's right there. Idiots!
In the next episode of UnTrue Crime, Spoink and Hogman switch lanes to take on a cult that stretches religious extremism to the extreme. And a shocking discovery in Deborah Ashel's corpse threatens to derail the investigation's already runaway train.